Hello, Chlorophyll's the name, Sims is the game. Let's get to it. Today, I have done a room build, and the reason behind this room build was I was doing a larger build, which you'll probably see a while from now. It's a big one. But anyway, I was doing that larger build, and I saw just so many blue items that I thought went together really well, and I couldn't really put them together in that build, and felt like it might have been a little much. So I decided to do a bedroom where I just made it all blue. And so here you see me. It was that I believe they're both from like Perfect Patio, which I guess makes sense. Maybe they're not. Do I have backyard stuff? I always get confused on what's from Perfect Patio and what's from backyard stuff. But anyway, it was that rug and that bench, and I just kept noticing that there were more blue items. And so I decided to make a blue bedroom. Now, not everything in this bedroom is blue. It's not like a solid color build challenge or anything. It's just, I saw blue items and I like them. I was trying to put those rugs together, but the patterns didn't match up exactly, and even if they did, you would have been able to see the line between them, so I decided against that. And here I'm trying to find some blue curtains to put on this wall, and I end up using those guys and size them up, which, like, yeah, the rod is really large, but I thought they looked nice that way, and I didn't want to have multiple curtains and have like a break in them. I wanted them open so that you could see like right outside. And so I end up using these white end tables. I felt if everything was blue, it might have been a bit much. So I didn't want to go too far, although I will say in real life, this room would be a little overwhelming. Anyway, I recently got Dine Out, and so I I spend a little bit longer looking at Dine Out items, I'll admit that much. And I keep going through everything, and I have this issue where it's like, that's not quite the right blue. It's a little too green, it's a little too blue, and I keep checking items to see is that right? And I end up using that table there with the glass or not glass, the mirrored top, which I think works really well. And then I put a vanity in. And I wanted it to be blue, but the blue wasn't quite right again, and so I ended up using the white one. And I was trying to find a blue chair. I ended up just going with a base game chair in the end, that one right there, because everything else just felt like slightly off. I'm not even sure that one's entirely correct. I do end up making the room a bit bigger so I can fit in a bookshelf because I felt like the wall by the bed and like the wall that the door is on was kind of empty, and I didn't want to have to put in more paintings, so I just made it bigger and put a bookshelf against it. Anyway, I'm looking through plants right now, just trying to add a bit of detail. Admittedly, this room isn't the most detailed thing. I was more interested in keeping it very blue and having a nice balance between the two different shades of blue. Ah, that painting works so well. It might be a little green at parts, but it works so well, and I'd say the green of the plants in the room balances it out. Anyway, that's the bookshelf I was talking about. And then I do something that's a bit strange here soon. It's a room build, but I go outside and I work on the outside of the room, which, maybe that's frowned upon and maybe that's not what you're supposed to do, but I thought the look was just so cool, like that blue ivy. I was like, oh, this is nice. So I put it all over the outside of the room. And then what I do, which we'll get there, I'm sure, is I get a pool. Here we are. I get a pool so that outside it looks blue outside, which is why I named this one Blue World, because I like the blue. Like, blue used to be my favorite color. I'd say now, like, green is probably my favorite color. I mean, I joke about liking gray a lot, and I really like how gray looks in, like, styling. Like, this is a bit much, but if everything was gray, it'd be maybe a bit bland, but you just add, like, one colorful thing, and suddenly it's, like, perfect, which is why I like gray so much when decorating. Oh, we're going into screenshots. All right, anyway, this has been Blue World, and it's one of the few room builds I've done. Anyway, that's it for this build. Leave a like, remember to subscribe, and go get some sunshine. I'll see you next time.